Getting a tax refund is a nice bonus to filing your taxes, and while it can be tempting to spend it all on something fun, there are other options that could benefit you more in the long run. Here with more is Everything Financial President Peter Sashecki. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Before we get to talking about how we're going to spend our tax return, we want to get back to the Bank of Canada announcing that it's lowering interest rates a quarter of a percentage point. This must be good news for borrowers.
It's a start for sure. We've been talking about it for a long time, and let's hope there's 3, 4, maybe 5 more of these before the end of the year would be good for people. But at least it's a sign in the right direction that they finally started this.
Because the other option could have been that they would have held it, which would have been not so great for a lot of people.
That's
so
right.
Good to see that they've lowered that, even if it's just a quarter. Let's get to talking about the tax return that people might have received. What are some of the best things that you should be doing with that tax return? I mean, should you be paying down debt right off the top?
Maui, Cabo, I don't know.
That sounds much more fun than paying down debt.
It sounds much more fun, but paying down debt, yes. High interest debt, that would be the debt to look at. Credit card debt, unsecured line of credits, the ones that are not connected to your house.
For example?
Those type of unsecured line of credits might be prime plus 3, 4%. Even with the 0.25% cut, those rates are going to be 10, 11, and 12%. Mm-hmm. Those type of debts you pay down first.
Okay.
For sure.
Credit cards are pretty high up.
Or high line of credit debt.
Okay. What about paying down the mortgage?
Well, if your mortgage is still in one of those good rates of 2, 3, even in the 4% range, which isn't that bad, you're best not to put that money towards your mortgage because it doesn't help your monthly cash flow. Yes, it lowers your principal, but that doesn't affect what you're paying out per month. So you could actually invest that money, TFSA or something like that. Do something like that with the money, because if you could potentially earn 5, 6, or 7% with your money, why put it into something that's only saving you 3 or 4? It doesn't make sense to put it towards low interest debt.
Yeah, I want to get the best return for that money.
Exactly.
What about investing in RRSPs?
Well, as I say, why buy RSPs if you don't need them? You don't know if you need an RSP yet, depending on income, etc. But if you put your money in a TFSA, you have options later in the year. Do I put it towards credit card debt? Do I put it towards the mortgage if it comes up for renewal? Or do I put it to RSPs only if I need RSPs later on? So a TFSA gives you more options to put your money in different areas later on.
Maybe you don't know what to do with it right now. You don't know where you want to go, or if you want to put it on your mortgage or whatever, then at least you can put it somewhere where it's doing something. You can just think about it.
But yes, but paying yourself a little bit, we made the joke here about a trip.
Yes.
If you can have a good balance between debt, and if you haven't done anything in a while, a trip can be mentally very good for you.
It can be soul.
I say trip and you're lighting up.
No, it can be soul. I haven't been on a trip in a long time. It can be soul fulfilling, right?
It is. And you know what? Working is great and saving money is great and all that, and giving your money to your financial advisor, okay, sure. But you know what? If you're not paying yourself a little bit first, what's the point? Because you never know when the day may come where you can't spend it on yourself, health things like that. So you know what? When you're young and you can do these things, it's good to do them, because I always say it's a little hard to climb Machu Picchu with a walker.
Yeah.
So spending some money on yourself,
do it now while you can,
within reason, is never a good thing. That should always be part of your plan, is what do I pay myself first before I start paying the banks, the advisors, the investment people? Pay some to yourself.
Pay off that mental mortgage.
There you go. Oh, look at that.
Have we coined a phrase?
Okay, let me just trademark that real quick.
Yeah. You can use that,
I'll
Peter.
pay your royalties on that one.
Yeah, please do. Then we'll put that in the bank. Okay. Peter Sashecki with Everything Financial. Good advice this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Gary.
All right.